Hello and welcome back to a brand new episode of me playing survival Minecraft. Dropping the diamonds there actually made me just realize something crazy about the game. There's no dropping sound. Am I the only person that's surprised by that? Did everyone already know that? I never realized there was no dropping sound. I always thought there was one. That's crazy. I mean, there's a picking up sound. Above me we have the happy guest floating around. We got him last time. Now, how about we get to today's plan? First of all, we're gonna continue some building right behind me, because I realized this world is more than 1 year old now, and I put out 15 episodes, and I doubt maybe it's like 1/3 done. Now, you see, the problem with this is that this city wasn't supposed to be my only thing I do here in this world. I was thinking like, maybe I spend like a year or so working on this city, and then I finish it, and then I go start a new mega project or something. I mean, look at this. The entire middle here is still empty. Here, the things here, and I don't even want to get started with this side. This side looks crazy. So I really gotta start stepping up my game. I'm actually starting to realize, like, I want to get done with this project. I have other things to do. Like, I have an entirely new SMP that's coming up in around a month or so. That's gonna be happening, and which means I'm gonna be busy for a while with something else, so I can't concentrate as much time onto the city. So I have a month to get the stone rolling here, to really get stuff done. So we're gonna try to get as many buildings done as possible. I already planned some nice ones out, which are gonna be great. And then afterwards, I actually wanna go check out a bastion in the nether. I found one a while ago, like many episodes ago, and I just haven't bothered checking it out. So I wanna do this episode. Maybe I'll find some netherite or something there. That'd be pretty awesome. Let's start with something simple for now. We are just going to tear down a bit of this mountain, because this is where we'll be building today. So let's start right away in 3, 2, 1, and 4. Of course, can't forget the 4. And let's start. We got ourselves a nice bridge right here. Everything here is carved out. There's floor. What a great time this is. Am I not correct about the situation that I just described? Not really a situation. Am I not correct about the statement that I just gave? There we go, that makes more sense. I have to admit, I actually kind of missed just carving stuff and not building. Now, I decided to stash all the blocks I mined in this building here, and it got a bit overcrowded. We got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and 8, kind of. About 7, I'd say, in total. got about 7. So that's pretty fun. There's something else I'd like to do. Or actually before that, I also did some work in here. I made some flooring. I made an auto smelter. I already smelted some stuff. That's a thing I have. And the flooring, we got this little bit up here. Mostly just a little lookout spot, I guess. And then one further up, we have this little place. We can go on the balcony here. I just realized I gotta open up the other side here. I really forgot about that. Alright, there we go. Now we got actually 2 exits. And then of course there's, I haven't really started with this one, but there's also gotta be another floor up here. Right, but I'm getting distracted here. The thing that I want to do, I want to plan out a sheep farm, an automatic sheep farm, kind of like the thing I have here, but on a bigger scale. That's kind of what I want to do. So I gotta collect all the green wool. So that's something I want to do. So I've been thinking on where to put it. Of course, the best spot would be in here. I was thinking of maybe taking down the pumpkin farm, which I just see is not working. Ooh, that's not good at all. Yeah, no, I'm gonna have to take this down. Oh, I'll probably just move it somewhere else. Maybe I'll make like a second floor up here. Or there. I have enough space to just move it somewhere else. That really shouldn't be that big of a problem. Yeah, I think I can put the sheep farm over here. So let's see if I have enough space for this. I'm gonna use some whole sheep set. So just like the farm here, I'll need 1 space for the rails, then the grass block, then the sheep and the dispenser and observer and stuff here, and then I have 1 block room to get a sheep in there. That might be a bit difficult, but I should have enough space. So that's good. Yeah, I'm gonna put it here. I'm not gonna lie, I'm kind of too excited about building some buildings, so I want to start building a bit before we get really into the sheep farm stuff. So, time lapse in 3, 2, 1, 4, and let's go. Alright, so for this entire bit here, my microphone, I don't know what's going on with it, it's not working correctly, so I'm just gonna quickly voice over of what's going on. Basically, I just go about explaining that I just built such a cool building and it's so exciting, but the thing that we are all actually excited for is the sheep farm. But now, for all of those anxious to see the sheep farm, see me build the sheep farm, we'll get to that in a second. Before that, there's a little chunk here that I have to clear out. So we're gonna do a little time lapse to clear it out, and it'll all be great. And that's basically what I was talking about. That was pretty quick. So you may have noticed that in the great building that I just built, some colored wool. That's because I already made the wool farm for it. I needed the wool, so I made it. We got a few colors going already, and I think I might quickly go over how this how this works. To regenerate their wool, sheep have to eat a grass block, thus turning the grass block into dirt. And then the observer checks that just happened and sends a signal to the dispenser here. The dispenser is filled with shears, and the shears then cut the wool of the sheep. Then the minecart here picks it all up and brings it over here into this chest. Pretty simple stuff so far. Now, one thing that you might find a bit odd, understandably, is the fact that I have these pistons on both sides. It's just because I kind of wanted to try out something, which is that once like most of the sheep have their dirt, their grass blocks, I press the piston and then they get an automatic new fresh grass block, while the old dirt block can regenerate and stuff. I just wanted to try it out. I have all the other sheep colors that weren't at the farm over here. I think there are 18 colors in total, so that's gonna be fun. So I'm just gonna tear this down. Oh, the water. Oh, I forgot about the water. Ooh, my bad. I'll leave the first bit of the farm, but the rest I'm just gonna get out of the way. I've never had so much fun removing rails from the ground. Ah, I keep mining the ground. I hate it so much. Next up, after I just removed all the rails, it's time to get all the resources. I'm probably gonna need some more redstone and some grass. Oh, I don't know if I ever mentioned this. I made myself a little storage area here. Basically, if I have a full shulker box, I just drop it on a hopper up here, then just kind of goes in here. It's basically just a chest monster, but just nicer to use. I do need some more activator rails, actually. At one. Oh, that's not all of it. I mean, crafting them isn't too big of a problem, but I was kind of hoping I still have some left. Okay, 23 should be enough. And then some glass. What I want. There we go. Now, that should be everything that I'll need. Observer. 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 Redstone dust. Redstone dust. Redstone dust. Redstone dust. Dispenser. Dispenser. Ooh, I fell down. Dispenser. Come on. Dispenser. Now, let's get the first bin. I'm gonna take the cyan one, of course. Not even a question now that I think about it. Of course I'm taking the cyan one. Alright, come with me. There we go. Got one down. Forgot to take the lead off. Alright, before I get the next ones, I think I'm actually gonna quickly finish off this platform. Alright, I got all the grass down, and that's look pretty cool. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna get down all the redstone stuff, like observers, dispensers, all the cool stuff. I got all the glass down. So now it's time to bring in all the sheep. Alright, this time I have a different way to get out the sheep. Made myself a staircase. It fit perfectly. Nice. Come on, light blue sheep. Okay, so this is the last sheep, but I didn't get all the spaces full. Did I forget a color? Or did I miscount how many colors there are in total? I think it's actually both. There are 16 Minecraft colors, but there are only 15 sheep, which means I am missing one sheep. I'm missing the orange sheep. Why is it in here? Why is it in there? Oh my gosh. Get out of there. That's the most random thing ever. What? How was it in the bamboo farm? You're gonna have to pay me for that. Now, next up, the next thing I have to do is actually pretty simple. I gotta replace this rail with rail. Now it will collect all the wool everywhere. Now the very last thing I gotta do is get some shears in there. This is gonna cost so much iron. And that was the last one. We got all the sheep sheared up. Now, you can clearly see that the sheep aren't sheared yet. But sometimes they're bored and they'll just eat grass even with full on. And it'll also like notify the observer. So they'll get sheared. It'll just take a second. And then it'll all be naked like a frontier. So that was enough redstoning for today. Let's head into one last time lapse to finish off all the buildings. I know you kind of want to see more of the sheep farm, but I'm gonna do something else, okay? I hope you can understand. Let's head into it in 3, 2, 1, and 4. And with that, we complete our little roundabout. These two more buildings here are pretty grayish with a bit of brown there. I think that actually kind of makes these two buildings here more pop, which I think is pretty cool. And the one here in the back also a little bit. So in case you've ever wondered why I don't really do any room tours of my buildings, not much to the interior really. I mean, can just keep them empty. I am planning on maybe one day doing like an interior episode where I just focus on getting as many interiors done as possible. But for now, they're just gonna stay empty. Now it's time for the bastion. I am gonna prepare, of course, by making myself some shiny new diamond armor. And do I just randomly... I do have some trims I want to use. What color do I want for my armor? That's the question right now. Is coal something I could use? Nah, it's not. So it's between iron, gold, emeralds, copper, redstone dust, amethyst, that'd be cool, and quartz works. Let's see. Didn't mean to do that. I did not mean to do that. That looks ugly. I'm gonna say it. That looks ugly. I don't like it. Anyways, my old pants are gonna go in here. But I don't want to use emeralds for the rest of this. I'm gonna go with some quartz. It doesn't look too good on the diamonds, but I am gonna upgrade to netherite one day. And then it'll look fantastic. And then I'll have 4 fantastic armor pieces. Wait. Lastly, all I gotta do is enchant my stuff. Fire pots. I'm going to the nether so that bad. Let's try the fire protection. Yeah, I gotta admit, I don't like the fire protection. I'm not a big fan, okay? I admit it. I wasn't a big fan of it. So I'm gonna enchant at least one of them. Protection. Okay. That'll do. Also got some gold leggings in case of ever feel like switching. Now really my main goal in a bastion is to do some chests, but mainly just get the upgrade template. Alright, here goes nothing, I guess. Ooh, also pretty crammed in there. Luckily, my years at the gold farm have trained me for this. Best. Yes. Oh no. That's so cool. That's so good. That's pretty much it. I even got a netherite ingot right away. Where is the exit is now my question. I'm just gonna buy my own. This was a quick but successful journey. That went so much better than I expected. I had to golden apples ready. I had an instant health potion ready. Even a shield? I don't know, that went quickly and easily. That's pretty much it for this episode. We built probably the most buildings I've ever built in a single episode, which is bonkers. We built the sheep farm. I know. Farm was by far the best. I should have started with that. But yeah, we also did that. And then we went a quick bastion trip, got ourselves a netherite ingot and a netherite upgrade. And like some armor, arrows, and gold and stuff. Some other cool stuff, but well, I think these two here are the most important things. So I hope you enjoyed this episode. I sure did. And if you want to see more of this, perhaps subscribe if you haven't already. And other than that, I hope you have a nice, wonderful, amazing day, and goodbye. That's right. Goodbye.